coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at New York. What a season thus far for them. Second place in the conference. And, of course, there's the Heat behind 4.5 games.
You know, for the Knicks, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And what I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
Yeah, and it's to no one's surprise. This is a well-run, well-coached organization. They have a strong culture. They're going to be a tough out for anyone.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. Adebayo and Ware together inside. Powell at the 2 with Wiggins at the 3. And it's Mitchell in at the 1 spot. And for New York, Karl-Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in at the 2 spot.
I like that. Towns attacking the rim with intent.
Grant, having played in the league, you must have a good idea of how these guys are feeling this deep into the year.
No, B.A., it's hard to describe. There's such a physical drain on your body. And mentally, it might be even more difficult.
Here's Towns. Miami making their last shot. To the middle. Here's Hart. Adebayo grabs the board. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Ware. And he powers it down right on Karl-Anthony Towns. Wow.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Mitchell against Brunson to the wing on the left. Towns, left side.
Well, when you're big, can contribute from the line like Towns, you gotta like your chances.
Stan, while they're cobbling together an offense, the Heat will always compete defensively.
Well, B.A., only 2 seasons in the last 3 decades have the Heat been below average in defensive rating. Making that commitment's a key pillar of the Heat culture.
And so Towns nails them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Mike Brown had a few moments to share with me. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends. He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league. BA, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. There, the screen. Wiggins outside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And Andrew Wiggins is a great sidekick, Stan. He can also be a leading man at times.
Well, you know, B.A., a wing with his size and knack for scoring will always be welcome. And with the way he's improved his defense, you have a solid 2-way player.
And he sinks the second. And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Well, a sharp start for them. 3 of 4 from the field.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. It's a 5-point game. Back to Wiggins. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Pass to Anunoby. Towns outside. Here's Bridges. Powell covers. Just 5 on the clock.
Soft touch off the glass.
Well, you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Here's Mitchell, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Here's the pick. For 3, Powell. And it's New York with a rebound. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
It's a fine line between playing with urgency and being out of control. And they cross that line.
Yeah, well, once things start going in that direction, regaining your composure defensively is not easy to do.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Ware. Back to Mitchell. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. For 3, Bridges. Adebayo grabs the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And the shot's good by Wiggins.
So polished from this painted area. Love watching Wiggins do his thing close to the basket.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Brunson. Five on the clock. Outside Hart. And stolen by Adebayo. It's Wiggins on the wing. 4-3. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. New York leading by 8. Pass to Brunson. Shot clock at 6. Adebayo grabs the board.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
Back to Ware. Ware, the screen. Outside Mitchell. Ware, the screen. His first shot coming late. Mitchell, good. And here's New York now. They're on a 13-5 run. Brunson passes to Towns. That shot missing. Nice D from Ware. Heat trail by 6. Adebayo passes to Mitchell. And he's going for the oop here. And Adebayo slams it in.
Oh my gosh. Just throw it up to the square and Bam will do the rest.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 9 from the floor. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Robinson, he's checked in for Anunoby. And Miami also making a switch. Jaquez is checked in for Mitchell. Towns taking his time here. Left side Brunson. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Brunson doesn't fear going in amongst the trees. Remarkable poise there inside.
Takes a step back. Pass to Wiggins. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Now Towns puts up a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. Three-pointer Jaquez. And it's New York with a rebound. The Heat beat them last time when those two met in Miami.
And that was a game we assumed they would win. Now, they certainly had a chance to win it, but let it get away from them there at the end.
Now here's Brunson. Coming off a 22-point game against Philadelphia. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot here. The shot by Towns, no good.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Adebayo, a screen on Hart. Has to Ware. Now Adebayo. Robinson defending. The jump hook. It's hauled in by Robinson. Knicks leading by 4. Here's Towns. Towns can't get that one to fall.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Bridges outside. And here's Brunson. Give him 8 points now. The floater. No good that time. Oh, great D that time from Powell. Pass to Jaquez. Back to Adebayo. Now Ware. Jacks up a 3. Fires in the triple. Ware's got 5.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And no question, Bam Adebayo, one of the best all-around big men in the league.
And even as his efficiency has waned just a bit in recent years, he remains steady Eddie on a nightly basis. A two-way player who gives you a little of everything.
New York making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Hart with it. Fontecchio's there. Robinson finds Clarkson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And still to this day, Jordan Clarkson can give you instant offense, Coach.
Well, Brian, he's excellent off the bounce, slashing into the lane. He's added the three-point shot. He can fill it up in a hurry, normally off the bench.
And that one falls for Clarkson. And with this Heat team resetting towards youth, some encouraging signs, Grant.
Yeah, Tyler Herro becoming an all-star. Their top pick, Kel'el Ware, stepped in as a starter and produced. They'll need continued growth to get back to the top of the East.
Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. Herro comes in for Smith. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, look, Clarkson is a great guy to have in your lineup simply due to his versatility.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Back to you.
Putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allie.
Well, that's the thing about Towns. You hit a 3, and it's the big man who gets revenge on the other end.
And the Heat with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Karl-Anthony Towns.
Through the last 10 games, we've seen his rebounding numbers start to slide. He's not being as aggressive on the glass. Not like he was earlier on in the season. He needs to get that fire back.
Bridges, he's checked in for New York. McBride comes in for Brunson. For New York, they've got 7 of 15 to find the net. Pass to Robinson. Back to Clarkson. Now Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Now here's Clarkson. He's closely guarded. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Up top, Herro. McBride covers. Miami moving it around. Pass to Larson. Now Jaquez. Herro for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall. Now
Towns. Out to Bridges. The three ball. Clarkson outside. New York again can't hit.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Here's Larson. He's guarded by Bridges. Oh, a cameo from a boogie with a hoodie.
His Knicks are up, and he's got to be feeling good. Always great to see your hometown team put on performances like this.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for New York?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
And he drops the first. And really, the heartbeat of this Knicks team is Jalen Brunson, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., the lifeblood, both on the court and his willingness to take less on his contract, giving them the leeway to enhance their talent.
The Heat making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Good on both. 1:06 left in the first. Clarkson passes to Robinson. Back to Clarkson. Oh, there's the alley. Powell surveying the D. Pass to Larson. Here's Herro. It's hauled in by Robinson.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
McBride passes to Bridges. Screen by Robinson. And Bridges good for three. Bridges has got 8 points.
Overall this quarter, he's getting good looks, and he's taking advantage.
Herro for three. That shot is off. It's been all about Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made three, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
Filling out the wings, Clarkson and Bridges. Gershon Yabusele out there with Mitchell Robinson, and it's McBride in at point guard. That's the group for New York starting the second. Now here's Clarkson. 9 points for him in his last game. And the three off target. Down low. Here's Jaquez. And he drops it in from the low post. Jaquez has got his first 2 points.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Bridges against Powell. Steps back. Here's Robinson. And he buries his first look.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
Now here's Herro. Yet to see a basket. Uses the glass on the layup.
Well, everyone views Herro as a shooter, but he is also a terrific finisher.
Outside McBride. Pass to Bridges. And here's Robinson. Three-pointer. And Fontecchio pulls it down. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Clarkson outside. Yabusele the screen. And that one's good. Clarkson. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Well, looking for that point-blank opportunity. Clarkson wanted the highest percentage shot possible.
Herro, the pass to Powell. Shoots over Bridges. Powell's shot is off.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
McBride passes to Robinson. Now here's Yabusele. New York working the ball around now. Pass to Bridges. The three is up. Rebound Miami.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Fontecchio outside. Takes a three. Drops in the three. Fontecchio's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. New York has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Now Clarkson, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
Well, that's Clarkson's game, taking you off the dribble.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. For the Knicks, Karl-Anthony Towns comes in for Robinson. And it's OG Anunoby in for Yabusele. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Miami. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Herro looking around. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value. Those smaller, scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. And that one falls for Herro. And for Tyler Herro, people immediately think of the shooting, but there's much more to his game, Coach.
Yeah, B.A., look, he's much improved as a playmaker. As a rookie, he only averaged about 2 assists. But last year, I think he was over 5, and he gives a consistent effort at the defensive end of the floor.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line. Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
The Knicks have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. McBride passes to Towns. Here's Clarkson. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Herro outside. Back to Adebayo. Out to Powell from behind the arc. Unable to get that one.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Towns outside, fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. And some solid defense from Towns. New York trailing. Right side, Anunoby. It's Bridges on the wing. Back to Anunoby. Clock at 6. Left side, McBride. Jaquez grabs the board. And it's Jaquez with the ball for Miami. A tough loss coming against Boston in their last game.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show 0 energy on the defensive end.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Give it up for
for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Clarkson. And Brunson is subbed in for McBride. Ware's checked in for Miami. Wiggins comes in for Larson. Knicks trail by 4. Bridges outside. Towns for 3. Second chance effort. And there's a nice layup by Robinson. Robinson's gotten 4 this quarter.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Now here's Powell. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Celtics. Adebayo off the lob.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. The Knicks have gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Brunson finds Robinson. New York working the ball around now. No good on the triple. Miami leading by 4. Adebayo, a screen on Brunson. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Norman Powell.
Well, there's no question about it. When it comes to what kind of value he brings to the table, it seems he's only improved since time has gone on, and you can't really put a price on what he does for them on the offensive side of the ball.
Shamet, he's checked in for New York. Herro against Brunson. To the middle. Picked his pocket. Adebayo with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Adebayo passes to Powell. Here's Ware. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. Powell with a steal. Anunoby against Adebayo. Pass to Ware. Now Powell lets the 3 fly, and it's rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. Anunoby passes to Shamet, and he's going for the lob, and a big finish by Robinson.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish, bringing it down with some attitude. Here's Powell. No points yet. Herro outside. Pass to Wiggins. Oh, tough bucket, Wiggins.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Here's Brunson. Here's Towns. Ware covers. Lets it go from the wing. And it's New York with another.
From anywhere, Towns is just a threat. He's a potent scorer who will find his points.
And even as the Heat look to go younger, this is not a team with an appetite for lengthy rebuilds, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. But one advantage they possess, when star players around the league ponder a change of scenery, Miami certainly has some great views.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Miami making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. Throws it up high. Hammers the lob through.
What a job Wiggins has done with his passing skills. Significantly improved over the years.
Brunson with it. Give him 8. Pass to Shamet. Towns up top. Puts it up. It's hauled in by the Heat.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Now here's Mitchell. Herro, no good.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
Pass to Brunson. Adebayo against Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. Ooh, pops the J after a cagey pass fake. Towns has got 13.
Look, that shot is there all night, every night for Towns. I mean, who's going to stop him?
Where? That's good.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the York these days.
They set the screen. Here's Shamet. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Shamet's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Wiggins looking around. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss. And Brunson's got the ball here for New York. Inside. Towns outside. Brunson up top. He's guarded by Herro. Brunson against Herro, and it's Brunson missing.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Adebayo finds Mitchell. Miami moving it around. Adebayo, a screen on Anunoby. Pass to Ware. Adebayo against Robinson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. The Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Back to you guys.
Tons of spacing. Allie, thanks for the report. Now here's Herro. He's got 7, and that one's good. Mitchell.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Knicks trail by 4. Brunson passes to Robinson. Now here's Anunoby, pounded by Wiggins. Here's Shamet. Anunoby for 3. They grab their own miss. Towns a screen on Herro. Shamet connects from downtown. Shamet's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
That one falls.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
No good on the shot. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Heat out in front, leading by 3. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Coach, it's been a hard-fought game. A lot of hustle plays. What gets you over the hump in the second half?
Well, we just have to keep on grinding. That's what this kind of game is like. In many ways, it feels like a playoff game. But those plays right there, ball in the air, ball on the floor, we gotta make sure we're dominating those areas and then make some plays.
We'd love to see playoff intensity there in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter.
Thanks for joining us. The story through the first half, the Miami Heat in a game so far that's been close.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Yeah, you love the consistency in their approach. Really methodical. And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
This upcoming slate is a gut check for them. Good teams level up against good opponents. Bad teams crumble.
Either way, Shaq, I think this is a chance for them to improve, which often happens when you're exposed.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, Karl-Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Heat leading by 3. And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. At the forward slots, it's Wiggins and Bam. Norman Powell out there with Davion Mitchell. And it's Ware in at the 5.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
The shot by Towns, no good. Towns has gotten 5 shots in 13 tries. Outside for Mitchell. The 3 is up. Sinks the tray. Mitchell's got 7.
Yeah, he's really giving up size in that matchup. But on the perimeter, he can find the room he needs.
Well, that's the best way to neutralize that size advantage. Make him defend out on the perimeter.
Here's Brunson following the 3-point basket by Miami. Towns down low. Working on Ware. And rejected. Wiggins outside. Back to Powell. Outside Adebayo. Here's Wiggins. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Adebayo's got 3 assists tonight.
With a bit of an old school feel to his game, Wiggins refuses to shy away from the mid-range.
Knicks trail by 8. Pass to Bridges. Outside Anunoby. Towns a screen on Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Towns right side. Hart from long range. New York again can't hit.
Well, this is not what they envisioned coming out of the break. Missing their first 3 shots.
Adebayo finds Mitchell. Now Wiggins. Out to the right wing. With the fadeaway. That's short off the rim. The Knicks have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Towns passes to Brunson. Hart against Adebayo. Back to Brunson. Towns on a screen. There's the 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Bad offense to begin the second half. 4 misses right off the bat.
Now here's Mitchell for 3. Powell buries it from 3. And it's an 11-point Miami lead.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Timeout, timeout. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And we have a chance to take a look at the teams that are wreaking havoc with their defense this past month. In third, New York.
Well, you have to praise their defense over the last month. They've been working as a team to put almost constant pressure on opposing offenses. Just terrific stuff.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Hart. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
Yeah, and they're able to get their first bucket of the second half after 4 straight misses.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Heat. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Adebayo, a good look. Doesn't go for him. Knicks trail by 9. Anunoby passes to Brunson. Hart with a screen on Mitchell. Mitchell against Brunson. Down low. Here's Towns. The big man, Cat.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Here's Mitchell. He's got 7. Powell outside. Adebayo against Hart. Now here's Adebayo. Not a lot of room. Hart pulls it in. New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. To the inside. It's intercepted. To the middle. Adebayo just cooking inside. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break, converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
Brunson finds Hart. Here's Towns. Shots blocked. Inside. Here's Adebayo. Oh, Adebayo flexing inside.
Well, how about the physicality of Adebayo? He is tough to handle that close to the basket.
And New York has possession. Bridges outside. Outside Hart. Down low. Here's Towns. Out to Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. That's good from Towns. On the assist from Bridges. Bridges has got 3 assists in the game. Heat leading by 9. Powell outside. And the foul on Josh Hart. That's his first foul of the game. Herro, he's checked in for Mitchell.
Heat substitution. Number 14, Tyler Herro.
Herro on the wing. Brunson defending. 5 to shoot. The baseline J. Herro no good. Knicks trail by 9. Hard with it. Herro picks him up. And stolen by Adebayo. That one no good. Nice D from Bridges. The Knicks have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Towns down low. Ware covers. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
Robinson, he's checked in for Anunoby. Here's Herro. Shot from the low post is good. Herro's got 11 points.
You got to do more than that to stop Herro. He's superb at staying under control.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Grant, since he's come into the league, what's jumped out to you about Herro's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, B.A.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Brunson. Doesn't go that time.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Out to the wing. Towns down low. Working on Adebayo. Hart up top. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Now here's Herro. Adebayo sets a screen. The 11-footer. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, remember, Herro came into the league as a scorer, and he's only gotten better, continuing to round out his game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw misses.
Well, what you have to love about Herro is how confident he is. Some of the shots he takes and makes demonstrate that to a T.
The Knicks making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Miami also changing it up. Jaquez is checked in for Ware. Larson comes in for Wiggins. And the second free throw is good. Knicks trail by 12. Clarkson outside. Outside Hart. Here's the three. And again, the Knicks missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the paint. It's stolen by Hart. Adebayo against Clarkson. Bridges outside. Pass to Hart. Towns outside. From downtown. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. Fontecchio's checked in for Miami. Heat leading by 12. Herro outside. Pass to Larson. It's stolen by Hart. And now the Knicks on the break to stop the drought. And Hart throws it down.
Great recognition. Understanding that that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
So it's Miami now, following the bucket by the Knicks. Here's Larson. And here's Adebayo. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Here's Hart. Miami making their last shot. To the inside. Towns. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Pass to Larson. Now Herro from the arc. Hart pulls it in. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Jaquez, the pass to Adebayo. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds in the game. Towns finds Hart. New York working the ball around now. Now here's Clarkson. Inside. Here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in. Towns has got 19 points.
Yeah, this is what makes Towns an all-star caliber player. He has the ability to take over games by himself.
Now here's Herro. 12 points for him. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3, and the three-pointer goes. Herro's got 6 points in the quarter.
Shut out from beyond the arc in the first period. He finally drains one.
And the foul called on Simone Fontecchio. That's his first foul of the game. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Hugporty comes in for Hart. And Miami with a change here, too. Jovic is checked in. 1:25 left in the third. Brunson against Herro. 6 on the shot clock. Left block shot on the way. In deep. Brunson drops it in. Brunson's got 10 points. Heat leading by 11. Herro outside. Pass to Larson from outside the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. And Clarkson, here we go. The lead now in single digits. Give him 8 points now.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense now.
Herro for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got 8 rebounds in the game. Brunson passes to Clarkson. Launches a 3. Drills it from deep.
Coming off the kick, Clarkson varies his pace to lose defenders.
Brunson against Herro. Fontecchio outside. Lets it go from deep. Gets the three to fall.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's the Miami Heat. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. Back after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Jordan Clarkson. Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl-Anthony Towns. Then there's Miles McBride, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Yeah, not the most accurate three-point shooter, but Clarkson makes enough to keep you honest.
And here are the Heat now. 6-point lead. Here's Larson. Pass to Fontecchio. Kicks it to Herro. Back to Fontecchio. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And the Knicks shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. And here's Robinson. Jaquez covers. Towns down low. Fontecchio's there. Count it. Good.
Well, Towns is a great outside shooter, but I prefer it when he goes to work inside.
Up top, Herro. McBride covers. Herro with the bucket. And the Heat lead by 8.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Robinson passes to Clarkson. And again, New York with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Now here's Herro. McBride covers. Great D that time from McBride. The Knicks have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Kicks it out, Towns. Beyond the arc. Powell pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Now here's Herro. Guarded closely. Pass to Fontecchio. Fires from deep. Drains the triple. Fontecchio's got 5 points now this quarter.
And when it comes to the 3, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Over to the left wing. Towns, left side. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Clarkson. And Anunoby for 3. And Herro grabs the boards. Herro's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fontecchio with a screen. This one for 3. And again, Miami with a triple.
You can see the confidence building now that he's found his mark from 3 in this second half. The defense is going to have to do a better job.
Robinson finds Clarkson. Here's McBride. Fires for 3. Jaquez grabs the board. Drives to the hoop. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Clarkson outside. Outside Anunoby. Pass to McBride. Towns a screen on Herro to end the run. And it's good on the lay-in. McBride's got his first points in this one.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. So for the Knicks, Hart comes in for Robinson, and it's Shamet in for Clarkson. And Miami also making a switch. Adebayo's checked in for Larson. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle, and despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Powell outside. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Anunoby for three. Hits the trifecta. Anunoby's got his first 3 points of the game.
Every chance he gets, Anunoby will take this. He's an accurate outside shooter.
Adebayo sets a screen. Herro for three. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 11. Here's Shamet. And again, New York with the triple.
And give them credit on the job they've done to narrow the gap with this big run.
And so Herro will bring it up for Miami. It's a 5-point game. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Herro's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, this team relies on Herro's offensive production. And tonight, he has delivered.
The Knicks have gone 6 for 9 here in the fourth quarter. Back to McBride. Hart passes to Towns. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Towns has got 10 points here in the second half.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
New York working the ball around now. Towns on a screen. Left side McBride. Anunoby passes to Hart. 4 on the clock. Driving in. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And some changes here for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Karl-Anthony Towns. Bridges comes in for Anunoby. And Brunson is subbed in for McBride. Miami also changing it up. Ware comes in for Jaquez. And it's Wiggins in for Fontecchio. Herro against Brunson. Launches it. And Herro with the three. Herro's got 25 points in the game.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Pass to Ware. Hart against Powell. Adebayo, a screen on Hart. Down low. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Well, Bam is so crafty inside. You never know when he's going up, and it leads to a foul.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, Bam's a little undersized for his position, but he makes up for it with great effort, athleticism, and intensity.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Karl-Anthony Towns comes in for Robinson. And it's Anunoby in for Shamet. Mitchell's checked in for Miami. And both free throws good for Adebayo. Knicks trail by 8. Brunson surveys. Over Mitchell. And it's New York scoring again.
and so effective from these in-between spots. Brunson doesn't need much room to feel comfortable.
Mitchell, a screen on Bridges. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Herro. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. Miami making a switch here. Ware's checked in.
Number 7, Ware.
New York has gotten 4 of 7 three-pointers to fall in the fourth. Brunson against Mitchell. Pass to Anunoby. The 3. Oh, my goodness!
That's good.
He'll go to the line with a chance at a 4-point play. That one belongs to Wiggins.
Defensive foul charged to Andrew Wiggins. First personal. First team foul. OG Anunoby at the line. One shot.
All right, Greg, can you talk about what Jalen Brunson has brought to the Knicks?
You know, B.A., he's made them relevant again. New York can be a demanding place to play with the expectations and the media. But he's taken the bull by the horns and had immediate success.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
And yep, it's good.
Yeah, one of the great things about Anunoby is he can take on so many roles. If he needs to facilitate, he can do that.
For Miami, they've gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. Up top, Powell. Mitchell, a screen on Bridges. Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Brunson. Leaning into the contact. Brunson with the finish inside.
And, you know, he might not be the biggest guard, but Brunson has a dense frame. He has no problem going through contact.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Outside Adebayo. Pass to Powell. Where the screen. Here's Adebayo. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Karl-Anthony Towns.
Bam Adebayo at the line. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them. New York trailing. Outside Brunson. From short range.
An aggressive pump fake move by Brunson, pulling the defender in close.
Second team foul. Jalen Brunson at the line. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And each year, Brunson seems to get better, and that's a testament to his impressive work ethic and drive.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon. And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, that's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Towns on a screen. Hart. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's foul number 2 for him.
13.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Mitchell against Brunson. Here's Towns. Oh, Towns drops the hammer.
Well, in a big moment, go to your big man. Towns can be so dominant when he needs to be.
Miami trailing. Adebayo up top. He's covered by Hart.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
14 foul. Where? At the line. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that ties this game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
Brunson against Mitchell. Towns is screen on Mitchell. Brunson. Oh, missed on the tray. And for the Heat, they're shooting it with confidence. 54% so far. There, the screen. Adebayo. Hart with a rebound.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
Now Brunson. Towns. And is blocked. And pushing it up. Here's Miami. Brunson against Adebayo. Five on the clock. Bridges pulls it down. And so it's New York with it. It's a 1-point game. Brunson can't get it. And now we've got an intentional foul.
15 foul. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. He can't sink it, and that was an important free throw. And here's New York now. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Towns outside. Here's Hart. Towns a screen on Wiggins. Hart. Rebounded by Adebayo. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Well, that shuts the door on any hope of a comeback. Nicely done.
And the Knicks call time here. 5 ticks left in the final quarter. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
They're going to have to get up a quick shot and then foul immediately.
Anunoby! Booyah! He sinks the triple.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every three he takes now is going in.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. So a close game sees Miami taking this one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Tyler, we know you are never shy. What gives you that confidence to let it fly when the pressure is on?
I like taking a big shot. My teammates, my coaches, they all trust me, put me in the right spots, and sometimes I make a couple big shots here and there.
Well, you give them a reason to trust as well. Congratulations.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that about wraps it up for Grant Hill.